Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Gibbs back with another video, and today it is Halloween. I know I didn't post last Thursday, so I have two videos for you guys. One will be posted today on Halloween, and the other one will be posted tomorrow. I was originally gonna post both videos together, but since in the video we got into spooky sort of talks, I decided to post one today on Halloween and one tomorrow as like a separate video. So this video that you guys are gonna see today, it's gonna cut straight to the point and get in straight to what we're talking about with the creepy stories. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys are ready for the video tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think about these card talks, and if you guys like the video today. Let's get into it.
The cool thing is too, is like our little group, usually after Fridays, we had this thing called night hikes. And usually on Saturdays, we'd go up to our ski basin at like 1 in the morning and hike. We thought it would be cool to go like with flashlights one time. His brother like thought it was really cool if we tried going up with just candlelight, and like that was rough. Well, and then we got lost. We got separated from it. It was me and his brother. And then I don't remember who you were.
I was with Chris and Monique, I think. But basically, like,
we got split up.
We used to go on these night hikes because we would have all of our friends, like, they would always ask us, like, well, what are we gonna do today, all this stuff. And like, me and Miguel are like the biggest people you'll meet, like, that are into like ghost hunting, stuff like that. Like, we love, like, we watch videos on it.
We just like getting scared.
Yeah, we just like that creepy feeling, like how people get in October. Like, people are like, oh, it's spooky season, whatever. Like, that's us all the time. Like, we're always curious. Like, we've never done anything like Ouija boards or anything like that. Like, we don't mess with that stuff, but like, we just like going to like abandoned places and haunted places, and like, we just like creeping ourselves out. And so basically, like, we would go up there, and what we would be doing is trying to creep ourselves out, because like, we just wanted to be creeped out. And like, our friends, like, we tell them, we just be like, no, we're just going on a night hike for fun, like all this stuff. And they're like, oh, okay, like whatever. And there's this one time we went up there, and it was us two, my brother, Serena, and Monique. It was us five that went up there.
But like, we were hiking way ahead of them because they're walking.
Yeah, so basically,
slow.
Like, we got all the way up to the top of the mountain, and we parked the car, and we were like, all right, let's go, let's like go out there. So we started climbing like on this trail, and it's like a winding trail up this mountain and all this stuff, and we're curious. So we're like walking fast, we're going up there, and the other three friends are like just chilling back, like they're enjoying the hike, because that's what they think we're there for. So we start walking up the mountain and everything, and like, we start hearing noises.
Yeah,
and
we started
like,
hearing a creak, like,
yeah, it was like a creaky noise. It felt like a tree was like
swinging,
like like a falling or something,
like a super old door like opening like really slowly. Like that creak like it makes for like a really prolonged minute, and then it stops and then it starts again. That's literally what it was. And me and him were like, because we're sitting on like this little like cliff like ledge thing, and we're like taking pictures and shit.
Yeah,
and like, we're sitting there and we're like,
it's the middle of the night. It's like 1 o'clock at night, and I remember we kept hearing it, and we were waiting for all of our friends to like hurry up and like come to where we were,
because they were like 30 minutes behind us. Like, we waited for like a minute because apparently they kept stopping, and like,
yeah, and where we were, like, we were on the trail, but where we were hearing it was off the trail. So finally, when they came, like, they were like laughing, and they were talking about whatever. We were like, shut up, hold on. And so we were like, listen.
But like, it stopped for a minute, and like, we swear to God, like, we heard something. And his brother was like, oh yeah, so you guys are just playing games. And like, all the Serena and Monique were just like, oh, you guys are just trying to scare us. And like, no, like, we're serious. We heard it again, and then I was like, did you hear that? And then like, Monique kind of like looked at me, and she was like kind of hesitant. She was like, yeah. But then like, Serena was like, no, I heard it. And I was like, okay, like, at least I'm not going crazy or anything.
Yeah, so basically we were like, all right, like, I know it's the middle of the night, like, but let's go. Like, let's go check it out, because like, we were so curious about what it was. Like, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what these sounds were and all this stuff. And so we got this idea. We started like hiking up like off the trail. And I know it's a bad idea to like go over there, because like off the trail, like where we were, like, especially at night, like, we should have gotten lost, you know what I mean? Like, it was a bad idea to do that in the first place.
We like went like at least 20-30 yards,
because we couldn't even see the trail. We kept hearing it. And so when we were like going off the trail, like, for a while, like, then like we stopped hearing it, and we started making jokes and stuff. So we completely forgot what we were doing.
And we were just walking still.
Yeah,
like,
we were just walking like it was a hike. Like, we were messing around.
Yeah, we were still like walking over like big old trees that had fallen.
We were climbing over things,
scratches.
And then finally, like, we saw this like thing in the distance. I kept telling Miguel, I was like, dude, what is that?
So we kept,
and everyone kept like, we all stopped, and we were all looking at it. And I was like, dude, that looks like a house. And everybody was like,
it looked like a cabin. I just thought, because like the ski basin's right there, so I thought, oh, like, it might be like a little like eating area, like a picnic area that you could kind of like rent out or whatever.
Yeah, so
but I was thinking like, damn, that's kind of far.
Like, it looked like somebody had built a cabin and was like hiding in the woods for some reason. So like me and Miguel saw it, my friend Serena saw it. I feel like Monique was in denial about it, and she was like, no, that wasn't it.
So we're low-key kind of like running and like kind of like rushing because we kind of wanted to see it.
Yeah, and my brother kept saying like, no, dude, that's a tree. It's a tree. It's a tree.
And we had all our flashlights, and we like, it got to a point where like there was so much like brush and stuff in front of us that like when we're like looking, like you could only see like 3 feet in front of you, maybe max.
So we like started seeing it, and we're like, let's go over there, let's like check it out and everything like that. So we started walking towards it, and then all of a sudden, like every time we looked, it just kept getting farther and farther away, and like we couldn't figure out like why it was doing this. And we were like, well, why is it getting farther away while we're walking closer to it?
And I was like thinking, well, maybe like because there's like a lot of stuff, like obstacles we had, so we kept like moving kind of like towards the right or to the left. I was like, we're probably not walking in a straight line. And so like me and guys were like, yeah, you're right. So we like tried like walking as much in a straight line, like just crawling over everything that was in our way and like hacking at stuff.
We stopped because we were all fighting about what it was. Because I remember the closer we got, like I said, like.
But then it got a little quiet because then we were kind of like all like angry at it.
We were fighting about what it was, and we kept saying it was this, and this, and then finally, like when we stopped, we were like, wait, what was that? And we like, wait, what? And we like we all got quiet, and all of a sudden hear like the creaking noise, and we realized that it was happening right above us.
Dude, it was so loud, and it was probably the most chilling thing that's like happened.
The best way I could describe this one was it was still creaking, but if anyone knows what a noose is, it sounded like a noose. And I'm gonna drop it there, but like that's all we heard. We didn't look up to see what was above us. We just looked at each other and said, run. We went sprinting down the mountain. Like we said, we had to climb things to get to where we were. So we were running down the mountain.
On my legs,
we were jumping over trees, and like we were almost falling over. Like it was crazy, and we like started running down the mountain. Like we would like stop and be like catching our breath, like because we're not even back to the trail yet, because we were still like way far off the trail. And we would stop to catch our breath, and we would hear it like it was right behind us, the same like creaking noise. Like, we can't stop to breathe, just run down the mountain. We started sprinting, but finally we got back to the car, and like I remember for that day, like for a week, like all 5 of us we were like, we're not talking about it.
It's that fear of like looking up and like seeing
something you don't want to see.
I don't want to look up and connect 2 and 2.
And we tried debunking it. We were like, oh, it was a tree falling, or it was just a loose branch, or stuff like that. But like the sound that thing was making, there is no way. And like I said, completely silent. And then all of a sudden, right above us, loud. And then, like I said, we were running away, and it sounded like it was following us. That sound, like
I just got chills, like thinking about that sound, like in that moment. So, like that whole summer is pretty much like we all just wanted to like scare each other and like go to like haunted places in our town. I'd say like the following week or 2, we started doing like a lot more stuff like that because like we liked that feeling, that adrenaline rush that we got from it.
Yeah.
So like remember like we'd go to St. Kate's, and like for anyone that doesn't live in Santa Fe or New Mexico,
at one point it was an all-girls school, and then at one point it was a native school, so like only native blood people can attend the school. My mom and like my grandma, like all of them used to go to the school. Yeah, like my uncle used to go to that school, and like it was so long ago that like it's been run down since like I've been born, and like I'm 20, so it's just been sitting there. And the scariest part about this place is like it's this school right here, and all around it is just a cemetery. And
like there's 2 graveyards. There's the National Cemetery, and then there's the actual graveyard.
So yeah, it's just surrounding it.
And there's like, a arroyo right next to it.
Yeah.
Which if anyone doesn't know, there's like I don't know, but we're Hispanic, so it's like we grew up hearing it. So it's like there's that if you really want to add it in, but it wasn't really. It was more of just this cemeteries.
Yeah.
That was right next door, and to top it off, his uncle Kevin, he used to tell us a bunch of scary stories about St. Kate's. And so like we had heard like kind of like basically all the hype, I'd say. And so fast forward, going into senior year, he had just graduated. Like it was that summer in between. I remember there was not that many people because it was literally like there was 5 people in the car, and literally 2 of them did not want to go, and we're like, okay, that's fine, like just sit and watch my car. At the time that we went, everything was completely boarded up. It had barbed wire everywhere. But one of our older friends that we used to hang out with when we were younger said that they had cut a hole in the fence, like down the
in the rail, because he lived right next, like right here's St. Kate's, and like here's like the cemetery and stuff. Like his house was right there. Like you walk down into the arroyo, and he's right there.
So we like crawl in, and we get in, and we're like walking around. mind you, all the buildings are kind of boarded up, so we're trying to like get into the building just to see what it's like. So we finally got into like this building, and like we're like flashing the light.
It's pitch black other than what our flashlights are pointing at. Then all of a sudden you hear, and we turned around. It sounded like a big old metal door just slammed, and we like turned around and the door was closed behind us. We looked at each other like we kind of froze, like wait, what? And like my immediate thought was like, okay, my brother got out of the car, like he
trying to freak us out. So.
Yeah, and so like me and him like ran over to the door, and like it wouldn't open at first, and we were like, wait, what? So like we went back because there was like a window, so we like looked out the window.
No wind whatsoever.
Yeah,
like, it was like the calmest night. It was like 80 degrees, no wind.
And so like we looked out the window, like my car was still out in the distance. We're like, huh? So we went back to the door and it opened. We're like, oh, like they just ran back to the car after slamming on us. And we went over there. We got back in the car. We're like, real funny guys. And like, what? And like, you closed the door. Like, stop messing around. Like, no, we didn't. We thought they were messing around. Like,
and like the thing is, like the little porch, like before that door is like there's like a lot of creaks. So like we didn't even hear anyone walk up on us. Like we're literally just like looking around. That was like another kind of experience that we've had.
Thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video, subscribe to my channel for more amazing content. We have another story that we didn't get to that was absolutely insane. We have several stories about the Devil's Mansion.
That's crazy, bro.
That's for another video. But like I said, if you guys like that, if you guys want to hear the story about that, if you guys want to hear more of us talking, more of our experiences, let us know. I'll be making a part 2 if you guys do enjoy this video. Thank you for being here, Miguel. I will leave his Instagram down below in the description. Everyone go give him a follow. I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, peace.